Hey guys, it's Court. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and if you're not, welcome back. Today we're just gonna take you through a little vlog moment of my life, how I make money as a creator. I do not have a full-time job, and I haven't had one for the past 2.5 years. I've done content creation and I've worked with brands, helping them grow their social media, go viral, and ideally make more sales. So sit back and relax while I take you through a day in my life. I'm gonna just show you what it looks like to make money as a content creator and how I go about the creative direction on the shoots that I put together. Some of the times I actually get hired to be the model rather than the creative director, and that's typically what I make more money from these days is modeling, acting, and UGC. If you don't know, UGC stands for User Generated Content. This is where you create a video for a brand that they can then use to post on their profiles as ads, and they can run an ad on it, they can put it on their websites, and you're basically the face of the brand for that specific ad. That being said, I got hired to model for a brand called King Palm. King Palm is a 21 plus brand. It is very cool in California especially, but for the most part this brand is wildly known for their natural wraps that a lot of cultures actually use to roll tobacco in, but in California that's not what anybody uses it for. So here's a little BTS of me as a model for King Palm. Okay, I'm here at a King Palm shoot. They hired me to be their model today, so I'm not behind the camera, I'm in front of it. If you don't know what King Palm is, there's your hint. I'm gonna be showing how to use like some crazy product that's meant for like dispensaries or something, but it like is a joint packer that joints like 100, or that packs like 100 joints at a time. And as you can see, they have like more than enough stock for that. So let's go head over to the shoot. I had to drive an hour. I had to do, my own hair and makeup. That's kind of how shoots typically work. But this is gonna be a fun one because I love this kind of product. Like, look at how much product these guys have. As you can see, the product that I was modeling is extremely unique. You may have never seen it before, and if you have, then you are a class 1 stoner. I'm getting paid in King Palm joints. It's a joint packer, so basically the product is made by Futurola, and they did a collaboration with King Palm where they pack 100 joints quickly. Sometimes part of my job is very simple. Sometimes I'm removing something, sometimes I'm adding something, sometimes I'm showing something. But for the most part, my job is to stand there, look pretty, and make someone want to buy a product. This gig specifically took all day long. I did have to drive an hour to get there, and they did compensate me for gas. Their payment was absolutely acceptable for me. They didn't pay me in just King Palm joints. They actually paid me with King Palm joints, money, and a lot of product, like their own product, which was amazing, which I do unbox at the end of this video. So stay tuned to see what kind of product they give me just for being their model. Sometimes being a model doesn't work out. As you can see in this video, I'm trying to dump out the joints, and that didn't work the first time. So we've tried multiple different times, and all these shots are not one takes. We have to do these over and over again. As a model, it's your job to get it right. And if you don't, then you keep doing it until you do. With a job like this, you're surrounded by hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment and product, and you have to be extremely careful and know what you're doing. So being nervous is okay, but you probably shouldn't show it. I got this job because I have a lot of different profiles on different casting networks and websites. So my profiles are packed full of photos of me, videos of me, past projects I've done with brands that I've worked with before, so that they can see that I'm the right fit for the job. So if you're trying to be a model, the best way to do that is to look into if you're even in the right city for that. If you're not in the right city, you probably won't get a lot of gigs. LA is great for that. And if you're in LA or New York or Miami, there's a few different casting websites that you can look into. Casting Networks is one, Backstage is one, and I'm sure there are hundreds more. And all you have to do is create your profile. It does cost X amount per year to do this, but you should be making your money back if you're really working hard. Create your profile and submit to every single casting forum that's been posted, because you're probably not going to get a lot. Even I don't get that many, and I submit to hundreds of them. at a time. So the more you submit yourself to, the more likely you are to score the gig. Here's me unboxing their amazing gifts. Thank you, King Palm. I had such a great time with you. Okay, so I just showed you guys this in the beginning of this video, and I didn't know they were gonna give it to me. So let's unbox it together. This is a lot of stuff. I'm gonna grab my cameras to show you guys. They did not need to give me all of this stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all of it, but I literally love it and I'm so grateful. Thank you, King Palm. That did take an entire day. The next day I had a couple different shoots. So this is one of the times that my client hired me to help them go viral. My client in this case is Crown Bridge. They're a luxury concierge company where they offer customers the ability to rent out beautiful cars like Lamborghinis, McLarens, or beautiful mansions. They even have jets and private plane opportunities. I don't know. I'm not a part of their business. I just make it look good. I was able to bring in a few of my friends who are also models, and they were excited to join me for this shoot. 3 girls who are very close with me that I love dearly and appreciate so much. And I don't think they were too mad that they had to model with Lamborghinis and McLarens. This is kind of what the day went like. I got the girls together. We're doing a shoot with one of my clients. We're just doing a one-off shoot, but it's gonna be a fun one. We have McLaren, Lamborghini. Whatever she said.
I don't know what he's saying, but it's good.
I love doing shoots like this because it's like a dream come true, just like the other one was. This time around, I was directing. I don't own hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of camera equipment. I just have my camera and my 2 iPhones, in which I only brought my 2 iPhones to this shoot. The whole goal for this client was to help them go viral. They have around 120,000 followers on Instagram, and their content was tanking. So they were getting around 500 views per video, which is awful. The first video that they posted in collaboration with one of our models, they got 11,000 views. So obviously I know what I'm doing and I can't wait to work with them again. I hope that they rehire me. I made them about a month's worth of content, and I gave them an entire document helping them plan out how to post this content so that they can get the most out of it. As you guys might know, I do social media for work. I am a social media manager. I know the ins and outs of the algorithms, and I can help brands really boost their content online because brand awareness truly is where everything starts, and helping them make sales is so important, but if you're not getting views, you're not gonna make sales. So that's one of the main aspects of why people hire me. Another gig that I accepted was to be featured on a podcast. I have actually been featured on quite a few podcasts after Beast Games. I love doing podcasts, but I realized that every time I would join a podcast, it would do really well for the creator, and the creator typically is monetized on YouTube, right? So as somebody who understands how things work in the creative world, I started to charge for my appearances on podcasts. So I was blessed enough to work on this podcast, and she was absolutely wonderful. She told me that I'm the first person that she even paid to be on a podcast. So I do not expect a lot of people to pay people to be on podcasts, but I do believe that it's important to, if you make a name for yourself, to charge what you know you deserve, because I have to spend the gas and the time to get there. And if I'm doing this, then I can't do something else that can make me money. And I know I'm gonna make her money on YouTube for the views that we get. So being a creative is hard because sometimes you do have to charge for things that you would typically do for free and for fun. But if you don't, then you'll find yourself broke really quickly. The podcast room was absolutely gorgeous. I loved being there, and I love doing podcasts. I think it kind of depends if you charge as a creator. If you're on a podcast that can get you exposure, it's kind of silly to charge the creator that's 10 times bigger than you, who's paying for all of their podcast equipment and their employees or whatever it is, because the exposure sometimes will help you make money. Now, if there's a podcast that you feel that you can bring exposure to as the creator, that's when you should start charging people. Those are just a few of the gigs that I've accepted recently. It's not really a day in the life. It's probably more like a few days in the life, and not every day is the same, and not every gig pays the same. Some gigs pay more, some gigs pay less. I would set your dreams as goals and understand that at first you're probably gonna do a lot of free work, and that's okay because that's just part of the growth aspect of things. But as you grow, you will find that you actually have a reason to charge people. And now I make my money full-time charging brands for videos, like UGC videos, charging brands for social media management, and charging brands to use my likeness and my looks, I guess, to help their brand grow. Really, anybody can do this. A lot of the times brands are actually looking for super normal looking people. You should just use whatever it is that you do well to your advantage, because there's always a place in the creative world for anyone. That's what I love about this job, is it's always different and you can literally do anything you want. So if you have a dream, I promise you can make it happen. I will try to give you so much information on how I got here, but because it's so random and no one's path is gonna be the same, my best advice is to know that you can literally do it. If you wanna get paid for hanging around McLarens and Lamborghinis, you can. If you wanna get paid for appearing on podcasts, you can. But you do have to start out really humble. So start off humble, trust yourself, keep creating, and keep growing your influence online. Never give up on your dreams, because you can do anything you want. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting more often, and I'm getting a little bit inspired lately, so we'll see what's next to come.